How excited were you when you were able to get your license and drive for the first time on your own? Well, I was ecstatic, just probably like you were. However, just 3 hours after I got my license, a tragic accident struck. I was making a left-hand turn into my driveway about 6:30 at night in February, so it was getting dark. And I had to wait for a car to pass before I could turn in. Well, I turned in my driveway and I heard a crash. And I heard glass shatter, and I felt glass come up in the front seat. I was driving an SUV, so it hit this person had hit me on the passenger side in my trunk. I turned around to my right to see what had hit me, and I didn't see a car or anything. So I turned around to my left, and this is when I saw a man lying in the middle of the road. I got out, and a nurse and a paramedic lived across the road from me, and they tried to resuscitate him, but they had no luck. He died shortly after on the scene. What had happened was he was driving at excessive speeds, 70 miles an hour in a 35-mile zone, and he was intoxicated, and he had no lights on and had no helmet. He was on a dirt bike. He had hit me going 60 miles an hour because he had tried to lock down the bike, and he failed to. He hit me going 60 miles an hour, and he had severe head trauma because of him slamming into my car and no helmet. He was 21 years old, and Jamie Deaton said that there was no way that I was able to see him because he had no lights on whatsoever. This has impacted my life severely because I don't see how people do not want to wear helmets. North Carolina is one of the 20 states that requires their motorists to wear helmets. 20 years ago, 47 states required their motorists to wear helmets, but only 20 now. 3 states don't even have any laws against age limits like most states do. Most states, you have to be, if you're 17, 18, 20, or 21 or younger, just depending on the state, you have to wear a helmet. If you're older than whatever the age limit is, you don't have to wear. You're not required to wear a helmet. According to USA Today, when states started weakening their laws, the death toll of motorcycle wrecks started rising, but the states still didn't change their laws back to, having to wear helmets. When the states changed their laws, people quit wearing helmets because they weren't required to, and they didn't think about their safety. When, according to Insurance Information Institute, 67% of riders were wearing their helmets in 2009. That's the most percent of people wearing their helmets in the past decade. Also, according to this website, there were 5,290 deaths and 96,000 injuries because of motorcycle wrecks in 2008. Of these 5,290 deaths, over half of the motorcyclists were not wearing helmets, according to Web Bike World. According to the Traffic Safety Org, nearly 80% of all motorcycle wrecks injure or kill their motorist. According to New York Times, death rates have increased in the past 11 years, but have decreased in 2009. They think this is because of the economy and the weather issues and people going back to school, and their kids are going off to school and they just don't have time to ride anymore. Also, according to this website, the leading cause of motorcycle deaths are due to head injury, speeding. Over half of them occur at nighttime. Most motorcycle wrecks, some of them happen because of alcohol in their bloodstream. Most wrecks happen on rural roads, and over half are going in or out of a curve at the time of the wreck. Also, out of those 5,290 deaths, 33% of them were due to the driver being intoxicated. 20 years ago, they were seeing more 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds being fatalities due to motorcycle wrecks. But now, in the past decade, they have seen more 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds being killed because of because of this. States just don't change their laws back. Some of them are seeing that, yes, the death toll is rising and because of motorcycle wrecks, and that something needs to be done about it, but some states are not. North Carolina has a law against not wearing your motorcycle helmet or protective gear. Some states also don't require helmets, but they require you to wear protective goggles or gloves or that kind of thing. I just think states need to change their laws back to wearing helmets, because I just think it could save a lot of lives, and it could prevent a lot of head trauma, or could save a lot of lives.